to make an environment for the hawkers and business people and the matatus to work here in Nairobi. Anything to do with orange, the only orange thing I can be associated with is that citrus tennis ball looking fruit called orange. Anything else is not here nor there. Mr. Speaker, as I support the second reading of this proposal, this House is being gracious enough, benevolent enough to share the two slots that they were supposed to have and giving one to the Public Service Commission and the other one to the Political Parties Liaison Committee. Mr. Speaker, what I would want us not to do is to even try to come up with a criteria of how these entities are supposed to elect their members. We cannot tell the inter-Christian or inter-religious council how to elect. I think it's a body that understands their mandate. Just the way we are not telling the lawyers, we need wakili wa mashamba, we need a constitutional lawyer, they know who to bring to this panel. And the same thing, we are thinking about the next election, not this election. I don't even understand what the majority or the minority means now, because you don't know the next government that is coming. So all we need is men and women of integrity to be appointed to this panel so that they can have a nice commission that is not partisan. Mr. Speaker, this amendment, I can call it a multi-partisan, it's bringing a multi-partisan panel of people from different sides of political divide. The Parliamentary Service Commission, that's where the politicians are. The Public Service Commission, that's where the workers of the nation are. The Interreligious Council, that's where our faith is. The Law Society of Kenya, that's where the learned friends are. And of course, when it comes to the political parties, Mr. Speaker, and that's why without anticipating debate, I wouldn't be supporting the amendment that will be coming, because, Mr. Speaker, you cannot tell the political parties liaison committee to select the majority and the minority parties there. What about the smallest parties, Mr. Speaker? The Tujibebes of this world, Tujiweke and all those parties, Mr. Speaker. We need them also to vote and have a voice. Because if you say the majority people, I always say here in this assembly, Mr. Speaker, in this Senate, Mr. Speaker, I have the majority votes in this Senate from the Kenya Kwanza side. Honorable Sifuna, the majority votes from the Azimio side. But you only have one vote. Otherwise, if you want them to bring somebody here so that the majority can be voting, then I should have 3 or 4 votes in this Senate, Mr. Speaker. One man, one vote. So that one should be kept in their mind when they're selecting their members. Mr. Speaker, I'm happy when I see my good friend, Senator Osotsi, talking about the formation of the Commission of Inquiry. Mr. Speaker, the government is going to do that. The government is going to do that. You know, we formed a formation of inquiry of the Cherera 4, and they advised them to resign, not to speak to this inquiry. Now they're asking for the inquiry, Mr. Speaker. That inquiry will come because we want to make sure that this country will have the best election that will be emulated by other nations. And Mr. Speaker, we'll be bringing more amendments. We'll be bringing more amendments in the election law, because we do not also want IEBC to be moving on their own motion, not to clear certain candidates, Mr. Speaker. We have to bring that amendment so that we make sure that they cannot deny anybody a chance to run by their own motion what the lawyer says, suo moto. I support the second amendment.
The Honorable Senator for Laikipia, and as you contribute, the Honorable Senator Enoch Wambua,